Watch me draw a semi-realistic Aminita Muscaria while I tell you about this wonderful fungus. If you know anything about me, you'll know that I love doodling Amanita Muscarias and sketching them everywhere, even on random papers I see at work just absentmindedly, and I also love painting them. Also, me and my roommates are just obsessed with this mushroom and decorate our whole apartment with it. And I even made these little cute ornaments for our tree for Christmas that are made out of recycled paper. So this is how I draw my Amanitas in my style and how I like to draw them. And let's talk about this wonderful mushroom. Aminita Muscaria is definitely an iconic mushroom. You probably have seen this mushroom before as an emoji or in Mario Kart. Amanita Muscaria is the Latin name for this fungus, but the common name it also goes by is fly agaric. This skirt-like structure that's around the stem that I'm drawing is called an anolis. Its purpose is to create a veil that covers the gills that you see that's underneath the cap. That's where all the spores are, and that's how the mushroom reproduces. So it protects it while it's maturing. And this mushroom that I'm drawing right now is a mature fruiting body. So this is only a small portion of this mushroom. Most of the fungus is actually underneath the ground in a root-like structure called the mycelium. Sometimes mycelium can have a symbiotic relationship with roots from other trees and plants. In this instance, we're talking about a mycorrhizal relationship, which means the symbiotic relationship between fungi and a plant. The mycelium will often grow into the root structure of trees and other plants, and they both benefit from this relationship. The mushroom provides the plant with water and nutrients, while the fungus usually benefits from the carbohydrates from the plant. So let's talk more about this Amanita. First of all, there's actually several different Amanitas. Amanita is actually the genus, and so there's several different Amanitas in this family, including some notorious, highly toxic fungi, like the death cap and the death angel. When these two mushrooms are consumed, it usually results in death, and that's because of its extremely high accumulations of amatoxins. However, even though Amanita Muscaria is an Amanita like these other two mushrooms, it actually doesn't contain the amatoxins. Although Amanita Muscaria is still considered to be a toxic mushroom because of its presence of ibotenic acid, which is actually responsible for its hallucinogenic effects, along with muscimol. If prepared correctly, you can actually safely ingest this mushroom and use it to have a psychedelic experience. And the way that we prepare it to be safe for ingesting is usually by removing the majority of the ibotenic acid. Probably one of the more notable mushrooms that is used for a psychedelic trip is psilocybe cubensis, which has the presence of psilocybin, which mimics serotonin in the body. Whereas the muscimol in Amanita Muscaria mimics GABA, and the ibotenic acid mimics glutamate in our brains, which just shows you how drastically different psychedelic mushrooms can be and how they can induce different kinds of experiences. Amanita Muscaria is considered to be a very sacred mushroom. Indigenous people from the region of Siberia have been using fly agaric for thousands of years for esoteric purposes. Shamans would, and still to this day, would take the mushroom in ceremony in order to reach a state of higher consciousness. It was believed that the mushroom connected you to the spirit realm. In doing so, it also helped you connect to your ancestors and give you wisdom and knowledge from the other side. Amanita Muscaria also has a lot of lore surrounding it and symbolism relating to Christmas, Santa, and reindeer. After all, it is red and white. I will have to make another video during Christmas time explaining this theory more in depth, because there's so much to be said about this mushroom and its ties to Christmas. But for now, I hope you gained an appreciation for this red and white beauty. And thank you so much for watching. I love you, Aminita Muscaria.